Gamers. Today we're going to look at one more unit, or actually two more units from Imperial Armour Index Xenos for Tau. That is the two special commander suits that you can take, the XV81 and the 84. And we're going to talk about their strengths, weaknesses, and how you might want to use them in your Tau army. Before we do that though, I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit subscribe. That way you don't miss any of my upcoming unit reviews, battle reports, or any other 8th edition content. Okay, so let's get into it. Basically, the XV81 and the XV84s have the same basic stat line as a standard commander. They cost the same number of points, with the exception of the 84 is a couple points more expensive. But the thing that makes each of these suits special, the reason why they have different names and everything like that, is that they have very specific weapon loadouts that they can take. So for the 81 commander, it has a burst cannon and a smart missile system. Just like any other commander, it can be accompanied by 2 drones. It has For the Greater Good, Master of War, Drone Support, Savior Protocols, Mana Strike, all those standard commander things, but it is restricted in only taking a burst cannon and a smart missile system. You have the option to replace the burst cannon with a different ranged weapon from the ranged weapon list. Notably, that can't be another smart missile system, so it has to be, plasma rifle, fusion blaster, that sort of thing. And then you can take an additional item from the ranged or support list. But overall, that's really it. The thing that makes this special is that you can take a smart missile system on it. And I like smart missile systems. I think smart missile systems are good. And so if for some reason you really wanted to take that on a commander, that would be this would be the way to do it. They're better than burst cannons in a lot of situations. So I think having this and pairing it with a couple missile pods isn't a bad idea. If you were going to be taking missile pods, taking the XV81 in addition to that is a fine way to do it, but it still suffers from the same issues that all other crisis variants have with taking missile pods. I don't like missile pods in general, and so I wouldn't recommend taking them on an XV81. The only reason why I would say that is because the issue with the XV81 as it is stocked is that you have a 30-inch weapon and an 18-inch weapon. So you don't really gain the benefit of the smart missile system because you have to move close enough to use the burst cannon anyway, or at least you should be doing that in order to actually leverage the value of that unit. So overall, I don't think that this is a strong choice. There are better units for it. You can get smart missile systems on Long Strike, for example, and it's going to do just as good of a job, if not actually a much better job, because of his special rules. So if you were looking for that source of smart missile systems, I would go with Long Strike. If you're just looking for strength 5 shots, Fire Warriors or Hazard Suits are going to be a better option for you there as well. So overall, I think that this is a weak choice because it really just tries to do things that other units are doing better. And sadly, that's the same type of review I'm going to give for the XV84. The XV84 comes equipped with a burst cannon. You can take an additional weapon and replace that burst cannon with something else. The 2 other hardpoints that the XV84 has are occupied by a target lock and then a networked marker light. So you're giving up 2 weapons on a commander for a target lock and a networked marker light. And really, the networked marker light just basically means that if you hit a target with a weapon from the XV84 commander, it applies a single marker light. And you can only ever get 1 marker light from it. So why not take a Fireblade or a couple marker light drones, or heck, just even a couple Pathfinders are going to be a much more points efficient use of, or a much more points efficient source of marker lights than this guy. So if you're going to be bringing a commander, it's better that they're specialized. That you don't want them to be a jack of all trades character. You want them to do one job and do it very well. Marker light support is not that job. You want them delivering the hard hits to priority targets, and the marker light just it's a cool idea. I would like this ability if you didn't have to give up other weapons, but you do. So for that reason, I would not take this guy. I would much rather have a commander with 4 good weapons than 2 potentially good weapons, depending on what you pick, a target lock and a network marker light, when I could just take that 4 weapon commander and 2 pathfinders for just a couple more points and have pretty much the same likelihood of delivering a marker light hit. So overall, I think both of these units suffer from trying to do too many different things and trying to bring functionality to the list when that's not needed. There are other things that do it much better. If you were to bring either of these, again, I think missile pods are a complementary choice for the XV81, and actually for the XV84 too, because you're going to want to be staying at range for that marker light hit anyway. So between those two, missile pods might actually not be a bad choice. Again, I don't like missile pods, but if you're bringing these guys, I don't like them anyway, so you might as well do something that makes sense for them, and missile pods make some sense. So that's nice. Yeah, I wish I had more positive things to say about these models. They're cool models. They're almost vintage Forge World models at this point, and you don't see them very often on the battlefield. So when you do see them, it's kind of a treat. And for that reason, I wish these rules were a little bit better, but sadly they just don't compete with the other options that we have, both in the Standard Index and in the Imperial Armour Index. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you used either of these suits and they've worked out great for you, I'd love to hear about it. I can be wrong, and so I love hearing examples of times that I'm wrong. So let me know if these work out great for you. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and of course, happy wargaming.